Welcome to Small Biz Staffing. We look forward to your success today and in the future. This orientation is presented to familiarize you with the policies and procedures of small biz staffing. We encourage you to follow along in your hard copy and be sure to jot down any questions you might have. A small biz staff member will be happy to answer them at the end of this orientation. You'll also be required to sign the acknowledgement and understanding form found in the back of your handbook. Although this video is produced to give you a better understanding of the policies and procedures of small biz staffing, it is ultimately your responsibility to ensure you have read the handbook and have a full understanding of our policies and procedures. Now keep in mind, your placement and success is a reflection on small biz staffing, which is why our staff is committed to finding a position that fits your skill level. Your commitment to good, honest work is the synergy our clients look for. Once you've completed this indoctrination, you're ready for your first job assignment. So be sure to keep us notified of your availability to work on a weekly basis. Also, ensure we have a current telephone number where you can be reached or where a message can be left. Although you may be doing work for a number of our clients, keep in mind, small biz staffing is your employer. When you accept an assignment, you're committing to working the full duration of that assignment. Now, small biz staffing for each assignment will provide you with the company's name and address, the hours of work and estimated length of assignment, your work task you'll be performing, the hourly pay rate you'll be receiving at that job assignment, and the name of the person you'll report to, as well as other specific details based on each job assignment. Once you're given an assignment, you are required to abide not only by our policies and procedures, but those of our clients as well. As with any job, attendance is key and very, very important. If an emergency arises to make you late for the assignment, you must call Small Biz Staffing prior to your scheduled work time. Small Biz Staffing will be happy to call the client and explain the situation for you. However, some of our clients, they do require that you call them as well. If that's their policy, be sure you get a call-in number from your supervisor. Failure to call us prior to the start time of your assignment could result in disciplinary action or termination. Small Biz Staffing views your attendance as an important part of your job assignment. All absences are noted in your personnel file, and excessive absences will result in disciplinary action up to and including termination. A no-call, no-show for a scheduled workday will result in termination of that job assignment. Now, our clients, they have the right to request a replacement due to attendance and tardiness problems on your part. Okay, here are some key points to keep in mind for your job assignment while employed with Small Biz Staffing. Arrive on time for your job assignment each and every day, as we just discussed. Ask your assigned supervisor questions if you're unsure about a task you'll be performing. No personal telephone calls from our client's job site, unless you do it during your scheduled breaks. Don't inquire about full-time employment with our clients. Tell Small Biz Staffing if you'd like to achieve permanent placement with a client, because some of our clients do provide temp-to-hire opportunities. Your employment with Small Biz Staffing is at will and could be terminated at any time except for unlawful reasons. Your employment requires you to comply with our policies and procedures. Termination could result if you do not. We understand that wages are also an important part of any job assignment. Your hourly rate of pay for each assignment will be determined by the assignment requirements. Therefore, your pay could vary from assignment to assignment. You'll be advised of your pay rate before you accept any job assignment. Taxes are deducted from your wages as required by law, and as your employer, we do pay unemployment insurance tax and workers' compensation insurance. You'll receive a W-2 statement by January 31st of the following year. This is yet another reason to ensure we always have a current address at all times. Be sure to ask any questions about taxes when you're completing your W-4 form. Unemployment compensation insurance. We do contribute to unemployment compensation insurance, and you contribute to your unemployment compensation as a part of your taxes. Workers' compensation is insurance that covers employees who are injured on the job. Now, it's your responsibility to immediately notify SmallBiz staffing of any injuries you sustain while on a job assignment. If medical attention is necessary, all medical expenses related to that injury sustained on the job are paid directly to the medical providers. Your medical bills will not be paid if you do not contact SmallBiz staffing and follow the proper procedures. After a specific waiting period, you could also be eligible for disability payments set forth by state law. The workers' compensation plan is administered by a separate insurance company, and they will be notified by a SmallBiz staff member. You will be contacted by a representative of the administering company, and your SmallBiz staffing representative will notify you of all this information. Okay, here are some things to keep in mind if there is an on-the-job injury. If there's an injury on the job site, be sure to report it immediately to your job site supervisor. Contact SmallBiz staffing by phone or in person. Also, a drug and alcohol test is required following any on-the-job injury. If medical attention is needed, be sure to call us here at SmallBiz Staffing for a list of approved clinics that can provide treatment. You may jeopardize your benefits if initially treated by any other doctor. If the physician indicates you cannot return to your regular job, notify us immediately. SmallBiz Staffing may also be able to assign you to another job within your work restrictions. Contact us after each doctor's visit to give us a report on your progress. We'll also need a doctor's release form prior to returning to work. SmallBiz Staffing promotes your early return to work. Okay, we talked earlier about wages. In order to get those wages, you've got to submit your hours for payment. Time cards must be submitted to SmallBiz Staffing by the end of each and every Friday you're on a job assignment. At the end of each work week, be sure your time card for all hours worked is faxed into our office. Be sure you know the policy on who will send SmallBiz Staffing your hours. It's your responsibility to accurately complete your time card before it is signed and approved by your assigned supervisor. Time card deadlines and payment schedules, they do vary based on work week around holidays, so keep that in mind. For convenience, SmallBiz Staffing requires you to establish direct deposit or a pay card to receive your paychecks. You'll be paid for hours worked on the Friday following the week worked. In other words, this Friday, you'll be paid for last week's work. If you signed up for a pay card, they are available for pickup here at the SmallBiz Staffing office the week after your start date. Your payroll will be directly deposited in your personal bank account or paid to you on a pay card each and every Friday. A weekly earnings statement detailing your wages is also available here in our office on a weekly basis. Okay, SmallBiz Staffing wants you to know we are here for you. And here are the reasons we expect you to contact us. When you become available for work. if you're unable to report to work or you'll be late for any reason. If you are asked to do any work other than the agreed upon assignment. When your assignment is complete, that means whether you're fired or it just ends. If you're injured while working on any job assignment, or if there's any change to your address, telephone number, or to any other contact information. Small biz staffing will not, under any circumstances, condone or tolerate conduct that may constitute sexual harassment on the part of any of its employees. It's our policy that all employees have the right to work in an environment free from any type of illegal discrimination, including sexual harassment. Any employee found to have engaged in such conduct will be subject to immediate discipline up to and including discharge. Now, sexual harassment is defined as making submission to unwelcome sexual advances or requests for sexual favors as terms or conditions of employment. Basing any employment decision on submission or rejection by an employee of unwelcome sexual advances, request for sexual favors, or verbal or physical contact of a sexual nature. Creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive working environment or atmosphere, either by verbal actions, this includes calling employees by terms of endearment, physical conduct which interferes with an employee's work performance. We here at Small Biz Staffing, we do encourage healthy friendships among its employees. However, you must be sensitive to acts of conduct that may be considered offensive by fellow employees and must refrain from engaging in such conduct. It is also expressly prohibited for an employee to retaliate against employees who bring sexual harassment charges or assist in investigating charges. Retaliation is a violation of this policy and may result in discipline up to and including termination. No employees will be discriminated against or discharged because of bringing or assisting in the investigation of a complaint of sexual harassment. Our weapons policy is in place for the protection of everyone. The possession, transportation, sale, or use of firearms, weapons, explosives, or other improper materials with or without a valid permit is prohibited on Small Biz Staffing's or our client's property. It is a violation of this policy to possess a weapon, to threaten another individual with bodily harm, or to assault another individual at any time while on our property or the client's. Anyone violating this policy will be subject to disciplinary action up to and including termination. Small Biz Staffing requests that any acts of violence in the workplace and any weapons observed on the premises be reported to management immediately. Small Biz Staffing believes in a work environment free from violence. Acts or threats of violence on our property or our client's property are prohibited. Any act or threat of violence should be reported immediately to Small Biz Staffing. Violation of this policy is cause for immediate termination. Small Biz Staffing is an equal opportunity employer. This means that we will extend equal opportunity to recruit qualified individuals without regard for race, religion, color, sex, national origin, sexual orientation, marital status, age, disability, veteran status, or any other basis protected by the law. This policy affirms Small Biz Staffing's commitment to the principles of fair, including application, job assignment, and selection for training opportunities. All applicants for employment and employees can exercise their rights under this policy or federal, state, or local laws at any time. Our substance abuse policy carries a zero tolerance level. SmallBiz Staffing does comply with the Tennessee Drug-Free Workplace Policy, and we take seriously the problem of drug and alcohol abuse. We're committed to providing a substance-free workplace for all our employees. This policy applies to all employees without exception. No employee is allowed to consume, possess, sell, or purchase any alcoholic beverage on any property owned by or leased on behalf of SmallBiz Staffing or our client's property. Also, any vehicle owned or leased on behalf of SmallBiz Staffing or our clients. You're not allowed to use, possess, sell, transfer, or purchase any drug or other controlled substance that may alter an individual's mental or physical capacity. The exceptions, of course, are over-the-counter medications and legal prescription drugs that have been prescribed to that employee and are being used in the manner prescribed. SmallBiz Staffing will not tolerate employees who report for duty while impaired by use of alcoholic beverages or drugs. All employees should report evidence of alcohol or drug abuse to the client's supervisor or to SmallBiz Staffing immediately. In cases where the use of alcohol or drugs pose an imminent threat to persons or property, an employee must report that violation. Failure to do so could result in disciplinary action for the non-reporting employee. Employees who violate the substance abuse policy will be subject to disciplinary action, including termination. As a part of our policy to ensure a substance-free workplace, SmallBiz Staffing employees may be asked to submit to a drug and alcohol test, a medical examination, and/or be clinically tested for the presence of alcohol and/or drugs. Now, within the limits of federal and state laws, SmallBiz Staffing does reserve the right, at our discretion, to examine and test for drugs and alcohol under the following situations. Anyone that's offered employment with SmallBiz Staffing, where there are reasonable grounds for believing an employee is under the influence of alcohol or drugs, as a part of an investigation for any accident or property damage in the workplace where there are reasonable grounds to suspect alcohol or drugs contributed to the accident. On a random basis, as a follow-up to a rehabilitation program, for the safety of employees, customers, clients, or the public at large, and when an employee returns to work from an absence other than accrued time off, such as vacation or sick leave. Now, any employee who provides a tampered, substituted, or altered specimen to any collection service does violate the substance abuse policy. You're required to sign a consent form agreeing to SmallBiz Staffing's substance abuse policy. This is a condition of your continued employment that you always comply with the substance abuse policy. Now, SmallBiz Staffing does also comply with the Tennessee Smoke-Free Workplace Policy. Smoking is strictly prohibited within all company work areas and public spaces without exception. So be sure to check with your supervisor about designated smoking areas. As a SmallBiz Staffing employee, this health and safety manual is being provided to acquaint you with key policies and procedures related to health and safety, which are in place to reduce or eliminate risk. A risk-free environment can be achieved if everyone works towards that goal. To succeed, safety must be a primary concern in every aspect of every assignment you are placed. Workplace accidents have the potential to negatively affect your income, your personal well-being, your overall quality of life, and the client's production and quality. To maintain the maximum degree of safety, it is necessary that each employee assume responsibility for his or her personal safety and that of his or her work associates. To accomplish this, safety must be a priority in all situations. Rules, guidelines, or safety policies are generally based upon laws, OSHA regulations, and/or best workplace practices to reduce and control risk. Small biz staffing and the client want to provide you with a workplace that is free of recognized hazards. Small biz staffing has a crucial interest in providing all our employees with a safe and healthy working environment, and we are committed to comply with all current health and safety legislation. The prevention of occupational accidents and illnesses is paramount. Our clients' managers and supervisors are accountable for assuring that safety policies, safety procedures, and safety guidelines are followed and enforced at their worksite. Small biz staffing employees are expected to follow safety rules, safe job procedures, and safe work practices at the worksite and help management assure a safe workplace by reporting unsafe situations that are observed. Now, your safety is ultimately your responsibility. Every small biz staffing employee is expected to read, understand, and follow the rules and guidelines in this safety manual. In addition, you will receive safety rules and guidelines at each client facility specific to that job assignment. Our client safety and health programs must be followed. Employees are required to contact Small Biz Staffing immediately for clarification on any portion of this manual that you do not understand. Employees are also to contact your job assignment supervisor for clarification on the client safety program that you do not understand. Good personal hygiene is also important in ensuring a safe and healthy work environment. Employees are responsible for ensuring you maintain good standards of personal hygiene while at the workplace. All matters relative to personal hygiene will be handled with complete confidentiality. Many areas in a client's facility have the potential for injuries. Because of this concern, you will be required to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment that the client's facility requires, be it safety glasses, gloves, safety shoes, or anything else required for safety. Proper work attire is required based on each specific job assignment. Please use caution. Loose clothing or jewelry should not be worn around machinery where it could be caught or cause injury. Hair below shoulder length should be tied back when around equipment that could entangle hair. Again, each client-specific health and safety rules must be followed. Your safety is important to us. Make safety a priority in the workplace. Please be aware of your surroundings and always use caution. Our clients have established health and safety procedures specific to their operations that may include, at a minimum, hazard communication, lockout, tagout, confined spaces, fire prevention, ergonomics, machine guarding, and equipment safety. Unsafe working conditions on every assignment must be reported immediately to Small Biz Staffing. Become familiar with the specific safety procedures on each assignment. Safety rules are critical to accident prevention. If you have any questions regarding any safety rule, you're required to contact your assignment supervisor for immediate clarification. Well, that concludes our overview of the Small Biz Staffing Handbook. Be sure to raise any questions you might have and then sign your acknowledgement and understanding form. Thanks for being a part of Small Biz Staffing, and we wish you great success now and in the future.